Hey guys, welcome back to my City Builders channel here on YouTube. I'm Ben, and today I'm again playing in my city of Springdale. This is the most recent city I started. Actually, I'm using the Snowfall expansion set here, so all the land and everything else is pretty much covered in snow. This gives us a couple more challenges, like you definitely need to have a snow dump because it sometimes can and will for sure happen that it's snowing in your region, and then you have snow piles or roads that are covered in snow and they have to get cleared up by those snow plows to make sure that the cars can still run as they are used to. Um, yeah, Thanks a lot for your support so far. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would be really happy if you could do so, because this, well, keeps my channel going and I really enjoy what I do. And whenever I can help you, I'm there and I'm happy to answer your comments and your questions that you might have. Yeah, so today, or at least coming from last episode, so episode one was about setting up the initial few districts in my city of Springdale. Actually, that didn't go that well. This is something you will see over time how I'm planning to change my town when it comes to the road layout and the layout of a couple of areas here. So I will have to change a few things for sure. But for now, I think it's good to go, at least for the first few initial steps here. During the last episode, so episode two, I had a couple of issues, to be honest, because it can get really cold in this city. Like, I think the max we had was almost minus 16 degrees Celsius. Um, so I had to, well, set up a lot of like wind turbines that supported my town and my citizens and all the buildings there with enough electricity to make sure that they can actually heat up their homes. Um, and this is one of the things where it gets kind of crucial, because at the beginning of episode two, I didn't have this geothermal heating plant yet. But that's initially very helpful when you want to support your whole town with warm and hot, or let's say hot water, because it helps you with reducing the amount of electricity that gets actually used by your citizens, um, or all the houses. And so you have more room to grow with this available electricity here. As you can see, I think we should be doing quite well. So we have way more than we actually need for the moment. But in the last episode, I had a couple of blackouts, kind of, due to the fact that I haven't used this building, the geothermal heating plant, yet. And after I was able to support all the homes, all the commercial zones, and the industry up there and the farm with heating from the geothermal heating plant, the power consumption really dropped back to a good level, I would like to say, where you can easily, well, work with and something you can, yeah, kind of handle. At least in the very beginning, it makes things a lot easier. So for this episode, as you can see, my demand is currently high for industrial zones, it's medium for commercial zones, and low for residential zones. Um, Even though I'm not really eager to like increase or enlarge in this industrial area over here, um, I have to think about a way how to add in a few more like farm buildings, because those sometimes do help with the rising demand on industrial um, like well industrial buildings in general. So this is what I'm currently doing just to make sure that I'm having enough options here, and so that I won't have to add in too many industrial zones at the other place of my town. So currently that isn't supported by warm water. That's something we definitely have to change. I don't have enough money for that, so I'm pretty tight on budget currently. Um, but that's hopefully something that'll change in a little while, because currently I have no loans running. Those of you who saw my previous episode um, of me playing Springdale, um, you saw me taking actually two loans within a short amount of time, because I simply had to. I had to support my electricity setup over here, and I also had to support all the new road layout, and then afterwards I had to support myself with building this geothermal heating plant, as well as laying out the warm water pipes, which are actually like way more expensive. They don't cost just 20 um well 20 something, but 100 something in City Skylines. So it's really something you have to be able to afford, to make sure that everything's covered. But right now I'm pretty much set. I have enough citizens, or at least enough to make me some money. The demand is quite high in all three, for all three zones for the moment. I just want to take a look, because I haven't. Yeah, I have to wait for the elementary school. I have to make sure that some of my citizens, at least over here, have still access to elementary schools. And the other thing I will definitely have to drop in is a high school, just to make sure that those citizens get educated well enough. So for now, I'm just speeding things up a little bit and let the game run, but I'll soon have the 10,000 that I'll need for the elementary school, and that's the fifth thing that I'm actually dropping in here. So let me see. That looks good. They are all happy. They're getting some kind of basic education. And as soon as I have another 24,000, I will add in this high school, just to make sure that there's some kind of ongoing like support when citizens choose to get educated. They have enough options in my city to actually do that. Um, so I need a couple of more workers for now, just to make sure that they have enough like options to work at. I think that will definitely increase my the number of workers in my farm, on my farm. Um, I'm wondering if I can also add in, yeah, I can add in another like workers barracks over here because they increase the efficiency a little bit, which is really helpful. I think there are not enough buyers for my product. I'm just wondering whether this yeah, I should have enough crops here very, very soon, I hope. And I need some more crops like here and there just to make sure that I'm supporting the flour mill enough. So now, okay, it already increased to level 3. And I think now it's getting really interesting because we're almost like 0 with the profit. So we are not losing too much money on a weekly basis, which is actually good. And I should now have the option to go for medium crop greenhouses, which is something I will now for sure do right away. Like here and also like there, as soon as I have another 8,000 ready. Again, I'm extending my road network here just to keep things aligned. Okay, we almost, yeah, this is still rising. I have enough produced goods until the next level, so it's just about the workforce. But that's something I will be easily able to accomplish. I think within this episode, it should be definitely doable. So from here to down there, I'm just extending this part in the meantime to make sure that everything's like covered by hot water. And then I'm dropping in a few more medium-sized crop fields. I don't have, again, enough money for that. Just let me see what else we have. We have a flour mill. We have a cattle shed. Okay, I'm just thinking milk impala. I don't want to have that so far. Okay, that can be placed outside. Again, placed outside. So good. I think I'll extend this here now. And so there are not enough buyers for my products, but I'm not really sure whether I should care too much about it. Because 6% full. I'm just quickly thinking whether bakery would be something. Yeah, but so far I would consider to add in like some pastries, but not the small one. I just have the big one. I just can have the big one. Then we have some greenhouses again over here and over there. So I should soon be able to reach, well, maybe not yet, but soon be able to reach level 4. It only depends on my workforce if there are enough workers. Um, so now we have a couple of things that I should definitely keep in mind. So just let me close this window very quickly for you. The first thing is I have a huge demand again in residential zones, a small demand for industrial zones because of me expanding this farming area a lot. So that's fine, pretty much fine. The Well, I wouldn't want to say problem, but the thing with this farmland, and this farmland is actually the whole area is so huge. Like here, you can see it. It's so huge. And it could even expand to up here. And it could use even the whole area after a while. And since this is so huge, I want to expand everything to up here. So I would need to buy a new square, but I guess I don't have the money for that yet. Actually, I would need 2 squares. So, okay, 1 square is something I could afford already. And the other one, okay, is something that I'll get in a while. So I bought the wrong one. Now, probably we'll see. The other square will be something that I'll get in a while after, like, getting more citizens to live in my town, which would be really nice anyway. So now I'm upgrading. I want to upgrade you, not do anything else. Like here, here, here. So I'm just curious. That's cheap. That's very affordable. And from here, I'm expanding my road to like over there, connected. And I'm upgrading that bit of road as well. So maybe I can lead parts of the traffic via this route back to the warehouse, but currently, and that's something that I should have considered from the very beginning. So this is something I can upgrade. That's something I can upgrade. Currently, I don't have the bigger warehouses yet, and this like setup with one warehouse coming or serving this industrial area mm, is not really ideal, to be honest. It could be better, and I think it should be better in the future anyway. But for now, I have to work with what I have and what I can get. Um, because I don't have too many options for the moment. So closing that here and setting up this as a new like commercial area, connecting it to the warm water. Again, checking here. Yeah, the warm water looks nice. Absolutely okay. So that's connected over here as well. And there's a huge amount of traffic going on. And the thing is, I don't have any bus depots yet in my town. And that's for sure something I'll have to change sooner or later because keeping it that way won't be that easy, actually. It's gonna get difficult for me. But still, yeah, I want to give you some warm water too. Now we're going back to the schooling thing. So there are still a couple of thousand currency thingies missing until I can drop in a new high school. And I definitely need to set up a public transportation option sometime soon, and better sooner than later. Um, because currently this situation is not getting any easier. I take a small 4-lane road. I'm upgrading this road here to a 4-lane. I'm upgrading. Should I? Well, let's see. I'm better doing some lane management here, first of all. Because I want you guys to either go there or there. You guys only go there. You guys only go there. But this is pretty much straightforward, you might think. Of course it is. This is something I didn't have to do necessarily, to be honest. But this might make things a bit easier. They are now all choosing the 4-lane road instead of the two-lane road that I had initially here. And those crossings are just an annoying thing. This is so badly planned as it can be. Believe me, it's not good. And I will have to rearrange that at a certain stage later for sure. Because I simply can't leave it like that. I want to make sure that my citizens can, well, as easy as possible, move within the town, but depending on the current situation, it's almost like impossible. It's hard Because when I'm having traffic jams already with such a small town, 3,800 citizens, and not a lot of things happened actually. Like, I haven't put down any more schools. I want to add in another park here. Like, let's add in a curling park. Or what about here? And another skating park over there. And then let's make sure that we have enough doctor's offices. So whenever you guys get sick, go to a doctor. See him soon enough. Do me that favor. Regarding fire stations, I think we need another one over here probably, and police station. I would like to say it's almost like the same, but I'm adding it here across the road. So they are now located closely next to each other. So what should I go first for? Is the bus depot or the tram depot? I think the tram would be too soon. The taxi would be too soon. The post service would be something that's actually interesting. Like having a post office everywhere in town is like almost impossible. But having a post office, at least in the most crucial parts. So let's see what happens. Now the post office there. And then after reaching a population of 7,500, I can add in the post sorting facility, which is essential, by the way. You might not expect that, but it's really important to get the post sorted out and, yeah, citizens to actually pay for that, which is really good. Except when you plan to allow them to ship anything by post for free, or I think there's some kind of policy that reduces the payments for the postal services. And right now I'm wondering whether I can change one thing. As you know, I already mentioned it in the first episode. I was a bit wondering about this road setup, like the incoming traffic is from the right side and the outgoing traffic is from the left side. So that's something I want to change. So they were using 3-lane highways here. I'm quickly changing the direction of this whole highway, even though it's not within my town, but hopefully I don't pay out of city limits. Shoot, I can't change it so far. I would have loved to, because that's a bit irritating and it doesn't make things easier. always. But I'll for sure change that in a little while. As soon as I can afford to buy all the squares that I'll need to get to the outer rims of my like district here. So then let's check on the water consumption. We have enough water. Garbage doing fine. Yeah, it's doing fine. Education is good. High school is good. University we don't have yet. Public library. Yeah, just forget about those for the moment. Healthcare is doing fine. I think we might sooner or later need one of the elder care facilities. Yeah, we'll see what we are going to work with. So for now, I'm 10, 12, another 12, and let's set up the pipelines immediately so that people are, when they are moving in, that they are already supported with warm water or have enough support with warm water. Another 12 and another 12. And same for this over here. That's connected, and this is now connected. So I can add in over here and over there a few more residential zones. I want to leave some space, to be honest, to the commercial areas. Because residents never like to live very, very closely to commercial areas because commercial areas usually produce a lot of noise. There are a couple of things going on, so yeah, you wouldn't want to have that in your neighborhood right away. Okay, the cattle shed is probably something that could go over here, over there. And I need, what is it again? A cattle shed for, oh, sorry, for planting it right above of my field. That was not intended. Actually, that was not my intention, to be honest. So I'm curious. I do have sheep here. That does look kind of strange, doesn't it? Just wondering if I move this field here. And I stop the... Okay, now it looks probably better. Sorry for moving this stuff back and forth. That doesn't make any sense right now what I'm doing. I just tried actually one thing because I was curious whether... So now I'm putting this right above here and I move everything again 1 square further down, and I'm sorry for this confusion. This was, again, not my intention. Um, so over here, you can move at least to that area. And you could move there. And then I think we're good to go with that, even though it's not ideal. So the only thing I can have is sheep in my area. Yeah, it is what it is. I take sheep for now. Um, just curious, will there be? That should give me some cheese, shouldn't it? Hopefully, it does. Well, let's see. Let's see whether that works or that plan actually does work as I assume it could work. No, it does have some. No sheep cheese. It's gonna be cow cheese. So now you are like connected. I have almost enough for a goose. But the good thing is I'm now starting to make a huge profit from my farmland, which is what I was initially aiming for. This is actually what you definitely want to achieve as soon as you can because it helps your city to grow even further, even faster. Um, Farmland is so helpful with it, as well as other factory areas for sure are. But as you can see, my budget is really quite steady. So I'm not adding any policies yet. Have I reached level 4 now? Yeah, I guess so. No, I haven't yet. Okay, the number of workers is actually increasing. And what I'm thinking about right now is I want to add in one really rural farming community, a small one, like over here, because this farmland will be huge anyway. So it's nothing you or I'll have to worry about in the future. Nice. 12, like 16. Well, that's fine. I'm just adding in a few homes here. Um, of course, they are not supported, or they won't be supported properly, but I need more uneducated workers. I'm sorry for that. But a couple of uneducated workers are never bad for having them because there will always be some kind of minor jobs with um, less important, or where education is not that needed. And that's what I'm adding in here, just to make sure that I have a little community here that supports my farm. And since I want to keep their traveling times to work as short as possible, I'm adding them in here. What happened to my thing over here? Or what about electricity? Is it still fine? Yeah, hopefully it's still fine. So now they do have warm water. They should have warm water. But as you can see, I'm not having any money issues for the moment. And I think this will hardly happen again as it did in the very beginning, where it was kind of hard for me to have enough um, like funds to, yeah, to support my building plans and my slope too steep. Are you really saying that this slope is too steep? Okay, I'm just thinking about extending this part by a bit. And also making sure that I can extend it over here, and then I'm adding in a slaughterhouse. It's not really nice, but it has to be. There haven't been any water supplies so far, but I assume that this will actually help me a lot with so over here. Oh, okay, so you don't have enough warm water for the moment. That's the reason why you're asking for it. I was just afraid that I don't have enough supplies for you. So that kind of traffic was actually a bit unexpected, to be honest. I'm wondering what all these people are going for. What are you guys going for? So almost have enough workers, so I need to expand this area maybe a little bit further by that. By this and by that. Yeah. Whether you like it or not, it has to be done. So this will be my farming community over here. So and very, very soon I should reach level 5. This is just a matter of I don't know how long, but this won't take that long, to be honest, to have reached this level. So now I'm a busy town, which is really good. It gives me some tourism specialization, nice to have, but not yet. City planning policy. So I'm not changing a lot of things here in that stage. I'm just adding in probably a few more silos, like over here, over there, and over here. Some over there. And for now, also adding in more, like one more fruit greenhouse and another. Now I reached level 5 already. Great. Large crops. Awesome. Here we go. So I'm now replacing. Just let me see. So this is making some profit. I reached level 5. I'm not importing anything. And I could. So just let me think. Fruits, gone, crops, and crops. So 2 crops, 1 fruit. I just want to add them in here. Okay, that slows to steep. Fine. I'm okay with that. And that is good as well. So I'm having a huge space now where I'm using again. I think I should delete that. Add in crops. This time again, I don't have enough money for a huge building, but I'm also adding in a medium-sized warehouse. Very, very soon. Or maybe a small size. No, I go for the medium. It doesn't really matter. I have this really soon. This gives me 30 freight trucks, which is good. has a lot more capacity. So I'm going for the bigger one. And this won't be ideal, to be honest. Just let me check one more thing before I'm building this. Tram, okay. Trolley bus, but not yet. Trains. Um, so yeah, let's put this in here. Like that. And I want you to store farming products as well. I know I do have a traffic issue, and that's something I'm eager to solve now, which is better instead of doing it later. So I'm upgrading this road to a 4 lane, to a 4 lane. Yeah, okay, it's upgraded. Then this is something citizens usually don't like, but well, there are times when you can't help it. Not doing it like this. This was kind of unprofessional. I'm sorry for that, guys. Um, so a 4 lane road, um, no upgrading thing here. So this should be deleted. I'm adding this in here. That goes to this here. And you are a regular 2 lane. And now I do have a proper connection to every part of town. So that's fine. That's looking fine. This is looking fine. I'm just wondering what kind of building you are. Sledding Hill. So I'm moving you to over here. And I think things will still be fine. And I'm adding in another sledding hill, I would like to say, because this has quite a huge radius. Nice. Good. So I achieved in this episode what I actually wanted to achieve, and this is pushing my pleasant farmland up to level 5 for this zone. This is looking really good, except for the traffic over here, but that's something, yeah, I'll figure out um, pretty soon. I just have to wait and see how the traffic develops over here, but I'm sure things will get better over time. So yeah, I'm ending this episode now, and I would like to thank you for again joining me here on YouTube and my City Builders channel. I would be really happy if you could subscribe to my channel, leave me a like on this video, and comment. Whenever you have any recommendations or questions, just let me know, and I'm happy to answer them or reply to your questions. Thanks a lot and have a good day. Stay safe, and I hope to see you soon back again on my channel. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.